know what? There's a lot of things that are very important in life. In fact, the most important thing in your life is God, God's purpose for your life, your family. There's another thing that's actually very important in life. It's actually essential to life. And I'm talking about money. And how you manage your money is significantly important to the whole way your life is going to go. Look, you don't need to have money as the number one focus of your life, but seriously, it's very important. In fact, for a lot of us, how we actually accomplish our purpose in life is going to deal a lot with money and how we are able to manage money. And for us men, in particular, you're going to be leading a household and you really need to understand money and how to manage it. Even if you marry a woman who's far better with finances than you and you turn the managing of the family finances over to her. So today I'm going to talk about mistakes that us as men need to avoid when it comes to financial management, and let's get at it. Hey, I'm Rob Johnson and welcome to the Legacy Gentleman channel. Today I'm going to talk about this thing that we really have got to get right as men. See, one of the most significant mistakes that men make is that they try to live beyond their means. Many men feel that they need to keep up, at least with trendy people and with gadgets, and they don't really understand how this is going to affect their money. This can lead you to overspending. You can have way too much debt, and like a lot of people do nowadays, is live paycheck to paycheck. And this is a mistake that you can 100% avoid by understanding what your means are, setting up a plan to actually save, and more importantly, live within your means. The next mistake that a lot of men make with their finances is they don't have savings for emergencies. Unexpected events, like losing your job, a medical emergency, or even to those small things like a car breaking down. This can have a critical effect really on your finances, especially if you have not prepared for this expense and you have to go in debt to actually pay for it. So what we need to do is have a savings of at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Start with the $1,000, then build up that 3 to 6 months of living expenses because we have no idea what's going to happen. The next thing is men sometimes don't invest for their future. See, many men focus on their present needs and fail to invest in their future. You cannot live paycheck to paycheck and actually be prepared for your future and expect stuff to work out. This next thing is not having adequate insurance. See, insurance is an essential part of all financial planning, and many men fail to have adequate coverage. Whether it's health insurance, life insurance, or disability insurance, having the right coverage to protect you and your loved ones from financial hardship is what insurance is for. Here's another mistake that I'm just focusing on men because this is a men channel, but look, a lot of people do this, and that's taking on too much debt. See, too much debt is a common mistake, and it really does lead to financial ruin to people. I'm talking about credit card debts, I'm talking about car loan debts, and I'm talking about the thing that I hate the most, and that is student loan debt. But a lot of us take on too much debt that we haven't budgeted for. We're talking about mistakes that men make when it comes to finances, and one of those things is not seeking professional financial advice. So guys, that's what you need to do. You really need to get a financial advisor that can help you develop a comprehensive plan, some guidance on investments, some guidance on how to actually set up your long-term goals for yourself. This will help you avoid costly mistakes, and it'll help you plan if you're not doing it now. See, they can help provide an objective perspective and hold you accountable for your financial decision, but actually seek some professional financial advice. This next advice I think is a threefold, because I think a lot of people neglect to review and adjust their financial plan. I think most of us don't even have a financial plan. And this is a common mistake that men actually make. Like, I got this money, I'm gonna go spend it. I'm gonna go spend it on girls, I'm gonna go spend it on myself, I'm gonna go spend it to have fun, and not adjusting it for changes in the employment climate, all this inflation that we're seeing in America right now, or the outlook for employment and businesses long term. Guys, this stuff you gotta adjust for. So even if you've done your due diligence 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and ensure that your financial plans are gonna still get you to that goal that you've been working toward. Here's another big problem a lot of people make, and that is not saving for your children's education. Many men, we want to provide for our children's future, and we look at it from life insurance perspective, and we really fail to consider college tuition. And if you've been looking at college tuition, it doubles every 3 to 5 years. I really am a firm believer that you can get all the skills you need to actually be successful in life without going to college. And if you really have some skills you need to go to college, starting off at a community college or a local college before you go to these big name schools can actually help you be successful. You really need to have some sort of savings plan that's directed toward education for your children. Once again, I am not a professional financial advisor, and this is not intended to be professional financial advice. But one of the things that you'll notice is that people do not diversify their investments enough. See, investing all of your money in one stock, even if it's the company you work for, or even one class of stock, is a very big mistake that you need to avoid. You want to minimize your risk, and the way you minimize your risk is by spreading it across multiple stocks and bonds and mutual funds. That helps you spread the risk. And you know what? I think a lot of us just don't do that sometimes. Think about diversifying and make sure that you have something that you're diversifying and spreading your risk across multiple assets. Last thing kind of relates to what I talked about previously, and that is letting your emotions drive your financial decision. You are supposed to be that level-headed logic one whenever you're making financial decisions. You want to avoid letting your emotions be that financial decision maker. And that is the emotions of fear, that's the emotion of greed, that's emotions of anxiety, or even impulsiveness. Sometimes even just irritation drives some of our financial decisions. They are all bad. It is essential that you remain calm and rational when you're making financial decisions. And once again, this is a life thing. I'm talking about finances. I'm talking about long-term finances specifically. But guys, you gotta get this right with your life. But anyway, you don't want that to be how you make decisions. Because when you make emotional decisions about anything, tend to be the wrong decision. So guys, in conclusion, managing your money is a critical aspect of your life, and particularly for men, because we're supposed to be leading our families, and this is some knowledge you need to have. And by taking control of your finances and avoiding these common mistakes, you can have a, financially stable and relatively stress-free life, especially when it comes to your finances. I want to thank you for stopping by the Legacy Gentleman channel. If you found something in this video useful, please like it. If you want to see more videos where I'm talking about the different things that we need to do as men to be the type of men who have the skills, values, and works that will be admired and desired 1,000 years from now, please subscribe to this channel. And for those of you out there, yeah, I've got my 10 people that I wanted to mentor, but you know what? I am still open to mentor people. So if you want to get mentored by the Legacy Gentleman, you're going to go through this course. It's going to actually help you define how you become that Legacy Gentleman, and you'll have regular conversations with me that's going to help you get yourself directed there. Please shoot me a note. Please go to my website and sign up for a meeting so we can have a conversation about it. And until next time, go be legendary.